The women's team comes into this matchup at 4-8.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bridgewater State University is a safe, respectful, and inclusive community. We welcome and respect freedom of speech in all forms of peaceful protest in support of social justice and racial equity. We are committed to providing and supporting learning and growing together in a welcoming and inclusive environment.
Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Framingham. At guard, 5'7" junior from Greenfield, number 1, Catherine Hasselton. At guard, 5'6" junior from Providence, number 3, Michelle Moreno. At forward, 5'11" senior captain from Amesbury, number 12, Flannery O'Connor. At forward, 5'10" junior from Southeastern, number 24, Kelsey Yell. And at guard, 5'4" senior captain from Ashley Falls, number
So your Bears come into this matchup 4-8 on the season. This is their first home game, Zach, since December 2nd. The Bears have been on quite the away kick. They recently took a trip down to Hawaii to face off against Angelo State and Hawaii Hilo. They also played Bryant, Bridget Casey's alum, a 4-year starter there at Bryant as a guard, also a captain.
At guard, 5'4", senior captain from Ashley Falls, number 44.
So now we have our PA back.
Carpenter.
A little bit of a malfunction earlier.
Is Walter Pascal. And now for your Bears of Bridgewater State University. At guard, 5'5", senior captain from Plymouth, Mass, number 0, Caroline Tripp. At guard, 5'8" junior from Plymouth, Mass, number 3, Kylie Grassi. At forward, 5' center, senior captain from Lakeville, number 10, Sophia Gosher. At center, 6' junior from Feeding Hills, number 13, Jess DeMores. And at forward, 5'8" junior from Groveland, number 42, Ariel Cleveland. Head coach for the Bears, currently in her 27th season, is Bridget Casey. She is assisted by Henry Cologne, Janelle Melton, and Jordan Gavin. Officials for this afternoon's contest are Karen O'Neill, Michael Brennan, and Raymond
77 to 69 away. That was their first MASCAC matchup of the season. We have one here as well against Framingham State. Framingham State comes into this game 11-1 on the year. A little bit of a different side than the Bears have.
Yeah. I mean, despite what the record says, I mean, the Bears did have a, tough schedule. Like, as you said, they faced Bryant, Division I opponent. In Hawaii, they faced a couple of D2 opponents. So, which is kind of how, like, Bridget Casey, like, likes to do things. Like, she likes to have a tough non-conference schedule. So, for instance, when they, reach the NCAA tournament like they did last year, they know how to face tough teams.
Yeah, definitely. They opened their season on November 14th against a very good Babson team, nationally ranked team. They lost that game, but these are the kind of games that prepare them for later in the season, and they played a very solid game against Babson. We're about to get underway for tip-off. Justin Moores and Kelsey Yell in there for the jump ball. DeMoores wins the tip-off, gets the ball over to Caroline Tripp. Tripp finds DeMoores outside. DeMoores gets it right back to her. Tripp working inside, puts up a layup off the glass, no good. And it's rebounded by Hasselton. Gwendolyn Carpenter, good bounce pass into the corner to Moreno. Moreno gets it to Hasselton, bounce pass inside to O'Connor. Finds its way back to Moreno, inside to Yell. DeMoores guarding her. Yell tries one, no good. Tripp takes the ball now for the Bears. She finds Cleveland. Cleveland to DeMoores in the corner. DeMoores for two, and she gets that one to drop.
Very long two by DeMoores. She doesn't usually take those, long shots, but she did there, and it paid off.
Yeah, Justin Moore, 6 foot, tallest player for the Bears. Does a lot of her work in the paint, averaging 8 points per game. That was a very long two. She had her foot on the line. Gwendolyn Carpenter working inside, swings that one out. She'll find Hasselton, who's working on Goucher. And this ball's taken, stolen. Caroline Tripp gets it up. She finds Grassi. Grassi puts it up, no good. Foul called on Moreno, and Grassi will go to the line. Kylie Grassi leads the Bears in points per game. 22.5, was named to the New England Women's Basketball Association Team of the Week last week.
Yep, and she's also 11th in all of Division III in points per game and 14th minutes played. She's a 76% free throw shooter.
Yeah, averages 38 minutes per game. She has been huge for the Bears ever since she stepped foot on campus. Knocks down her first free throw, and she gets her second. But Gwendolyn Carpenter will take it up for the Rams. Caroline Tripp's guarding her. Something worth noting for the Bears, Sydney Bradbury, she's out for today's game. So Ariel Cleveland's taking her place in the starting lineup.
Yeah, she is out due to illness.
Cleveland started last year, very good player in her own right. Caroline Tripp drives to the basket, tries to swing that one to Goucher in the corner. But they're going to call that one out on Framingham. Someone got a piece of that.
Yeah, you mentioned something about, Bradbury being out. Like Cleveland, she's basically, the sixth player, starting whenever one of the players has to be out.
Goucher, deep pass over to Tripp. Tripp gets it to the Moores, working on O'Connor. Back to Tripp, Goucher on the perimeter. Goucher works inside, finds Cleveland mid-range two, and she knocks that one down. The Bears have 6. Hasselton taking it up. She's guarded by Grassi. Bounce pass inside to Flannery O'Connor. She's double teamed. Absolutely stuffed by Cleveland and Goucher. Tripp taking this one up for the Bears. Spin move, finds Goucher in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound, batted around a little bit. Goucher gets it. And now it's with DeMoores. DeMoores gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland Gets it to Grassy. Grassy pulls for three, and she knocks that one down.
Yeah, it's, smart shot. She was open, and that also paid off.
Kylie Grassy absolutely lethal from three. She shows why. Driving inside, Gwendolyn Carpenter. She's going to draw the foul. They're going to call that one on Sophia Goucher.
Yeah, Gwendolyn Carpenter, 53.3% from the line. She looks to deliver the first points for the Rams.
9.2 points per game. The Rams have let up 9 unanswered, but Gwendolyn Carpenter answers back there with the first points. Carpenter hits both her free throws. Now it's 9-2. Tripp will take this up for the Bears. Tripp inside, Grassy under the net. She's fouled.
No, already the second trip to the line today, and we just started this game.
They'll call that one on Catherine Hasselton, the junior guard from Greenfield.
It seems like the defense for the Rams are extra focused on Grassy today as she hits her third shot from the line.
Yeah, and that's definitely who I'd focus on if I were them as well. As we said, 22.5 points per game. New England Women's Basketball Team of the Week. Quite a couple MASCAC Player Team of the Weeks to her name as well. And we expect plenty more of those to be racked up as the season goes on. Gwendolyn Carpenter working on Caroline Tripp. Carpenter dishes to Hasselton. Bounce pass to O'Connor. O'Connor inside. Yo puts that one up. Not able to get it over to Demores. Demores gets the rebound.
Great defense by Demores. Putting pressure on her and making her miss that shot.
Pass inside. Cleveland goes for it. No good. She'll try again, and she gets this one to drop. Ariel Cleveland, she's got 4 points already. Nice steal by Cleveland and Goucher. Goucher slapped that one away. Cleveland was able to corral it. Now Goucher wide open for three. Whistle called. Goucher knocks it down, but that's not going to go.
I heard a blocking foul from the ref.
Yeah, they're going to call that one on Gwendolyn Carpenter. Couple substitutions in here now. Redford comes in. She's going to replace Moreno.
Yeah, Redford, the sophomore from Amesbury, Mass.
The first substitution for either team. We're also going to see Abigail Martin come in. She'll replace Flannery O'Connor. Caroline Tripp with the ball now for the Bears up top. Flips that one out to Cleveland. Cleveland gets it right back to her. Tripp finds Demores. Back to Tripp. Shot clock winding down. Tripp floats this one up, and she gets that one to drop. Timeout called by Framingham.
Yeah, the Rams are just letting the Bears pour on them, 15-2, and gotta see what Coach Pascal has any adjustments to make. It's worth noting that Pascal is a graduate of what was then called Bridgewater State College.
And a very experienced coach in his own right. This is his 11th year. Coach Bridget Casey's got him more than doubled up. 27th year coach. With two very experienced coaches going at it here. Framingham State breaks their huddle. Bridgewater will as well, and it looks like Jordan Peebles is going to come in following the timeout. She'll replace Ariel Cleveland. Other than that, it'll be the same unit the Bears started the game with. As Framingham State starts with the ball, it's Carpenter taking it up. Carpenter working on Tripp, bounces that one inside to Martin. Martin to Yell to Carpenter. For three, no good. Not going to drop from Gabrielle Redford. The Bears come up with it. Working quickly, taking it up is Kylie Grassy. She dishes to Tripp. Tripp to Grassy. Grassy for three, no good. Going to hit side iron. But the Bears able to get the offensive rebound.
From Demores.
Tripp directing some traffic. She'll end up taking it herself, knocked away by Redford, and Framingham State comes up with it.
Yeah, it's kind of nice defensive stop by Redford.
Jess Moores with the defensive boards. She averages 4 rebounds per game. Kylie Grassi floats this one up, no good. Defensive rebound taken by Framingham. Gwendolyn Carpenter takes it up. She dishes to Hasselton. Hasselton working on Tripp. She gets it back to Carpenter. Now it's Martin. Now Carpenter again. Yell working inside onto Moore. She tries to float one up. No good. Foul called. And I think that's going to be on Justin Morris.
Here's foul number 13, Moore's first personal, 17.
And so that'll send Yell to the line.
Yell shooting 2.
She'll shoot 2, 68.3 or 68% from the free throw line. She knocks down her first. Flannery O'Connor gets ready to sub in here for Framingham State.
Yeah, so far the only points from the Rams have come from the line. You know, so far they're 0 for 6 in field goals. What is that about?
As you said, the only 4 points from the Rams came off trips to the line. Bears have 15. 2 trips to the line for the Bears as well, both by Kylie Grassi. Peebles with the ball. She's working on Martin. Tries to get the pass off, but it's taken by Gabrielle Redford.
Yeah, it looks like Hazelton, helped with that turnover with contact.
Flannery O'Connor working inside on Moores. Nice pass to the corner for 3 and knocking it down is Gabrielle Redford. 2 Amesbury High School graduates working together, their former high school teammates, in a beautiful 3 in the corner from Gabrielle Redford. Kylie Grassi floats this one up, no good, rebounded by Flannery O'Connor.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn Carpenter taking it up now. Looked for the shot, didn't take it, passes it to Hasselton. Martin inside Flannery O'Connor. Good defensive play by Justin Moores. That'll go off of O'Connor. Ariel Cleveland will replace DeMoores.
It's good defense by DeMoores. Using her height to her advantage, and just stopping the possession.
Gabrielle Redford passes one off to Carpenter. Carpenter at the top. Shot clock within 10. Martin under the basket. Dishes to the corner. Whistle blown. Shot's not going to count. They're going to call that one out of bounds. It was Gabrielle Redford. Substitution on here for the Rams. Jenna Tavanese will step on. She'll replace Catherine Hasselton. Caroline Tripp takes it up for the Bears. Bounce pass to Cleveland. Cleveland working on Martin. Switch on by Tavanese, and nice reverse layup there by Ariel Cleveland.
Yeah, I like how Cleveland made them switch, and she took that to her advantage.
Gwendolyn Carpenter dishes that one over. Deep in the corner, it's Tavanese. She switches that back with Redford. Redford right back to her. Tavanese drives inside, swatted by Goucher. It's clean, but it's going to go out of bounds off of her. Good defensive play by Sophia Goucher. It's a fantastic defensive player here for the Bears. Erin Rice is going to come on and replace her.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Rams have to think quickly.
Erin Rice, the junior out of Medway. Tavanese puts this one up, blocked by Grassi, but that one goes out of bounds off her.
Whoa! Stat. It's got to be at least 1 second on the clock. The horn went off after.
I think the refs here are debating whether or not that was a shot clock violation. Walter Pascal seems to think that that was got off with a second left on the clock. They're going to put 1 second on the clock as well. And we'll get a substitution. Chloe Rako comes on. Off's going to come Tavernese, the junior out of Coventry, Rhode Island.
I like to see how the Rams do this one.
They're just going to take the shot clock violation. There was really nothing they could do there with 1 second on the clock. Rako would have had to, I don't think she could have got the shot off anyway. Peebles throws this one into trip for the Bears. It's really a tough situation, man. The ball goes out with 1 second left. It's basically a turnover. There's nothing you can do. Ariel Cleveland with the ball. She finds Tripp. Tripp working on Rako. She'll pass that one off to Grassy.
Looks like it was like an up and down on Grassy.
No, they're gonna call a foul on Gwendolyn Carpenter. So it's gonna stick with the Bears. Grassy won't go to the line. It'll be a throw-in for Aaron Rice. Walter Pascal a little bit confused with that call. Rice looking for a pass. She'll find Peebles. It's going to be a turnover and Rams ball. Chloe Rako will throw it in.
5-second violation.
It's a 5-second violation for the Bears. Gwendolyn Carpenter taking it up. She's guarded by Caroline Tripp. Carpenter working inside. She hands that one off to Rako. Rako finds Redford outside. She drives in. Blocked by Peebles. And that's going to be a foul. That'll send Redford to the line. They'll call that one on Rice. Another substitution in. Kelsey Yell will come back on. They're going to send off Martin.
And this is Redford's first trip to the line all season. The sophomore from Amesbury, Mass.
Redford knocks down her first. She had that great corner three a little bit ago. She scored the last 4, make it 5 points now for Framingham State.
And the Bears are going up tempo.
Caroline Tripp tries to float one in off the backboard, no good. Rebound batted around. Jordan Peebles picks it up and puts it in. Nice play by Jordan Peebles for the Bears. Gwendolyn Carpenter tries to get it around Tripp, but Tripp knocked it away. Carpenter able to recover, floats that one in under to Yell, and Yell puts that one up and in. The Oliver Ames graduate has her first points of the game. Cleveland with the ball. She passes that one off to Grassy. Grassy working on Rako. Swings that one to Tripp. Tripp pulls for 3, no good. Front of the net, Aaron Rice with the offensive rebound, and she puts that one in for 2.
Yeah, good boxing out by Rice, and she's able to deliver second chance points.
Sophia Goucher getting ready to come back on for the Bears. In the corner, it was Redford. She passes it to Carpenter, but Caroline Tripp comes up with it. Almost collides there with Jordan Peebles. They're able to avoid it. Caroline Tripp tries to float in the layup. No good. Offensive board by Peebles. She gets it back to Tripp. That one's batted around off the feet of Yell. And eventually it's going to come back up Framingham ball with Gwendolyn Carpenter, but Kylie Grassy with a great defensive play. Carpenter was looking for Yell. Grassy picked that one off. Driving to the bucket, and she gets that one to fall.
Yeah, nice read by Grassy. And then getting those fast break points.
Kylie Grassy with a great sequence of events there. Picking off that pass and then taking it across the court. Looks like Gwendolyn Carpenter here might just try to run off the rest of the quarter. Looks like she might try to get a shot off late. She'll hand that one off to Redford. Carpenter pulls from 3 deep, no good. Rebounded by Grassy, and that's going to do it for the quarter. So the Bears go into quarter number 2, up by 12, 23-11. And they have had quite the performance so far in their first home game in over a month.
Yeah, absolutely. They started off with a 15-2 run. Although their scoring has slowed down, and the Rams have picked it up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing at a fairly unsustainable rate. They were coming off hot right from the gate. But the Bears have played very well so far. A lot of momentum coming in from Wednesday's game. It's 77-69 victory. And they've looked very good so far on both sides of the ball. offensively and defensively. You look at it, 4 of those points from Framingham State have came off of free throws.
Yes.
The other 7, all field goals. You had that 1-3 in the corner from Gabrielle Redford. But other than that, you've let up no cheap buckets. It's been a great game from this Bears defense as well as their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, great defense is what they need because, in past 19 matchups, Framingham State has won 17. As in recent years, the Rams have become consistent contenders in the MASCAC, just like the Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. The Rams 11-1 overall. Both of these teams really haven't played. They've each only played one NASCAC opponent up until this game.
Yes.
Framingham just got a game in Westfield against Wednesday, and as we said, Bears played Salem State. So there's still a lot of NASCAC games left for both these teams. It looks like we have a substitution on here for Framingham State. They went with a little bit of a different look. Moreno's going to be out there. Martin's going to come back on. They're going to be joined by Rayco, Yell, and Carpenter. For the Bears, it's Goucher, Tripp, Peebles, Cleveland, and Grassi. The same 5 they finished the first quarter with. It's Moreno with the ball. She's guarded tightly by Goucher, but able to get that pass off. Carpenter looks for the shot, not going to take it. She'll get it to Yell. Rayco pulls for 3, no good. Rebound by Moreno, and she takes a hard hit. Fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go in the way of the Bears. You get a replay there. Moreno takes a hard hit, corralling that one. That's going to result in the jump ball for the Bears.
Yeah, good play by Goucher, causing that turnover.
And great effort there by Moreno as well, laying out for that one. Nice bounce pass inside by Cleveland to Goucher, but great defense there by Abigail Martin. Gwendolyn Carpenter takes that one up. She dishes to Rayco, wide open 3, no good. Rebound batted around. Kylie Grassi was the one coming up with that for the Bears. Goucher passes it to her. Tripp now, she's looking for a pass, tries to feed it to Peebles inside, but that one goes out of bounds. Peebles not able to get a piece of it. Get that replay of that pass right there, trying to hit Peebles going across, but not able to. And the Bears can't let up here, can't have any more of those turnovers. You got a 12-point lead, that's good, but you certainly don't want to let off the gas.
Yeah, especially against this Rams team with that 12-1 record.
With both teams 1-0 in the MASCAC. Shot clock winding down. Foul called, Bears ball. It's going to be a lane violation. I think that was on Rayco. Caroline Tripp passes that one to Goucher. Goucher guarded by Moreno. Peebles has a little bit of trouble with it, knocked around by not Gwendolyn Carpenter, I'm sorry, that's Abigail Martin. Peebles eventually able to come up with that.
Yeah, it was this close from reaching, half-court line. That could have been disastrous.
Caroline Tripp puts that one in off the glass for 2. They were flirting with a backcourt violation there. Luckily, Peebles able to corral it. That's Gwendolyn Carpenter with the ball now. Final answer. She's going to pull for 3, and she absolutely drills it. Only the second 3 of the game for Framingham State. That beautiful corner 3 by Gabrielle Redford in the first quarter. Put them at 7. Now they've doubled that up, and they have 14. Kylie Grassi with the ball, working on Moreno. Screen by Cleveland. Peebles with the ball now. Now she dishes to Goucher. Goucher looking for a lane. She'll find Tripp. Shot clock at 5. Tripp puts this one up. No good. Rolls around the basket for a little bit and rebounded by the Rams. Carpenter takes that one up. She gets it to Rayco. Rayco working inside, puts that one up. Tried to get it around Cleveland. No good. Tripp, quick pass here to her high school teammate Kylie Grassi. She's working on Gwendolyn Carpenter, driving to the bucket off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Abigail Martin. Kelsey Yell with the ball now. Gwendolyn Carpenter wide open for 3, and she knocks down her second. Great passing there by the Rams and a beautiful 3-pointer from Gwendolyn Carpenter. Pair of substitutions coming on for both teams in a little bit. We'll get those to you when they happen, but it's DeMoores and Rice for the Bears. Cleveland finds Tripp open. She'll dish it to Grassy. Grassy working on Carpenter. Grassy works inside. She's looking for a pass. Shot clock under 10 here. Caroline Tripp out deep. She'll find Goucher for 3. No good. Rebound taken by Martin. Working up to Carpenter. She'll find Waco. Waco looking for a pass inside. She's not going to find anyone. I think she was looking for Kelsey Yell, but she found the Bears 24 instead of her own. It was Jordan Peebles. Tripp gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland working on Yell. Quick little flip pass out to Tripp. Inside, Peebles. Nice spin move right there. She puts that one in for 2. Bears up now by 10. Kelsey Yell with the ball, guarded by Goucher and Peebles. They're going to call a foul on Jordan Peebles, and she is not happy about that one. That'll send Kelsey Yell to the line for 2. That's her second trip. She knocked down her first 2. So DeMoores and Rice now coming on. Waco's going to sub off. Catherine Hasselton will come back on. And Flannery O'Connor's going to wait to sub on a little bit. She's in front of the scorer's table. I think she's probably coming in for Yell. So they'll let her shoot these 2 before they make the sub.
And Peebles, the cause of the foul is out.
Her and Grassy going to be heading to the bench in place of DeMoores and Rice. And Yell will sub off now for Flannery O'Connor after knocking down both of her free throws. She's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe today.
And the Rams as a whole are 8-8. But both teams have been perfect from the charity stripe.
Bears have let off more fouls than the Rams so far. They've only had 2 trips to the line themselves, both by Kylie Grassy. Very early in that first quarter, DeMoores inside floats that one in, no good. He's going to roll around the rim a little bit before going out. Now it's Gwendolyn Carpenter taking it up for the Rams.
It was a good pass to DeMoores. Unfortunately, the shot did not fall down.
Unfortunate bounce for just DeMoores. They're going to call her with a blocking foul right here. We get that replay right there. That's her second personal foul. Throw in here for Gwendolyn Carpenter. She was looking deep for a second. Not going to find it. Hasselton barely avoids the backcourt violation right there. Rice was pressed up all over her.
A good screen by Martin.
Flannery O'Connor loses it, and that's going to be Bears ball. The replay right here, Flannery O'Connor covered tightly by Ariel Cleveland. I think she just lost that one dribbling though.
Yeah. You know, or maybe Goucher, you know, caused it, but it just went off her knee.
Justin Morris pulls another mid-range 2, no good. And a little bit of wide right. Moreno gets that one quickly to Carpenter, and the Rams working fast. Carpenter to Hasselton, Hasselton to Moreno. Moreno shoots no good. Rebound by Flannery O'Connor. Moreno with the ball again. She tries to pass that one to O'Connor. That one sails over her and Ariel Cleveland out of bounds. And that'll be a throw-in for the Bears.
Yeah, just, you know, breezed by O'Connor, and that's just the turnover.
Tripp getting some quick instructions here from Bridget Casey. Bounce pass over to Goucher. Goucher to DeMoores at the top, back to Goucher. It's Tripp, Rice with it now. Rice back to Tripp. Tripp, high floater pass inside for DeMoores. Not going to be able to corral it. It's picked up by Catherine Hasselton. Deep pass. She was looking for Abigail Martin. Ariel Cleveland got a piece of that and was able to disrupt it. That one's going to go out of bounds off of her. But a great play nonetheless. Kylie Grassy's going to sub in to replace Aaron Rice.
Yeah, this is a case of, you know, Rams going too fast. You know, sometimes you have to take your time to make good passes. But fortunately for them, it went off a Bears player.
Yeah, Ariel Cleveland, right place, right time for the Bears, disrupting that pass. Defensive rebound just to Morse. She gets that one over to Tripp. Tripp to Cleveland. Cleveland in the corner. The Goucher wide open for three. No good. That one goes off the glass. DeMoores comes down with it. She's going to go down out of bounds. They're going to call it on the Bears there.
Yeah, I did see.
Jump ball is going to go.
I did see DeMoores have it last. Like, she, just ripped it out. And she was the last one to touch it.
Yeah, she went out of bounds off Framingham contact, but the possession arrow on that jump ball is going to go in the way of Framingham. Gwendolyn Carpenter to Kelsey Yell. Yell bounce pass inside to O'Connor. O'Connor double team, but she still gets the shot to drop. Both Cleveland and DeMoores all over her.
Now the Rams have a 6-point deficit, 8-point deficit.
Layup off the glass there by Sophia Goucher. The Bears working to answer that one quickly. Hasselton to O'Connor. O'Connor inside, Gwendolyn Carpenter. Defended well by the Bears, and eventually going to be corralled by Caroline Tripp.
Good defense by DeMoores. Not letting in that second chance.
Goucher loses this one, picked up. It looks like that's Carpenter.
Yeah, it looked like they were poked out by Martin, as the replay shows.
Foul by the Bears. Going to have a substitution on for Framingham. Ava McKeon, the freshman from North Attleboro. She's going to sub in. She'll replace Gwendolyn Carpenter. The first rest we've seen for her so far today, the senior from Ashley Falls. McKeon working around Caroline Tripp. Defended closely. She's going to drive up under the bucket, absolutely stuffed by Jess DeMoores. Her and Kylie Grassi working as a tandem to get that turnover. And Grassi takes the ball now. Dishes to her high school teammate, Caroline Tripp. DeMoores looking for a pass. She'll find Tripp. Tripp inside Ariel Cleveland. She'll find DeMoores. Tripp up top, directing some traffic. Now she'll start to work inside. Grassi baseline. She gets that one to drop. They're going to call a blocking foul. They're going to call a blocking foul on Ava McKeon. McKeon's going to sub off now for Gwendolyn Carpenter.
I don't think they're. No, it looks like they.
The ref held up the 2-5 for Ava McKeon. Seems like there's a debate in between the officials. What's happening here? They didn't count the bucket. So there's some sort of discrepancy in between the refs and Coach Zach or Walter Pascal.
Yeah, maybe one of them thought it was like an offensive foul on Tripp, but
I think they're finally going to settle that it was indeed a blocking foul on McKeon. Not counting the bucket, but no matter, Jordan Peebles got you covered as she puts that one in. That pass goes awry for Framingham State. Backcourt violation. It's Gwendolyn Carpenter. We've seen quite a few things bordering on a backcourt violation so far. That's the first one of the game. Both teams have come close. Caroline Tripp will take it up for the Bears. Kylie Grassi has it. Dish to Peebles. Now it's with Tripp. Aaron Rice calling for the pass in the corner. Tripp tries to float one up. Not going to get that one to drop. Rebound by Flannery O'Connor. They're going to call a foul there on Aaron Rice. So reach foul committed on Gwendolyn Carpenter.
the Bears have 4 fouls while the Rams only have 1 in the second quarter.
And it was that blocking foul just a little bit ago by Ava McKeon. Took away a nice bucket for the Bears. As Kelsey Yell answers back here for Framingham State. One minute remaining in the half. Kylie Grassi with it. She'll find Peebles. Inside back to Grassi. Floats that one up off the glass and gets it to drop. Great pass by Jordan Peebles and a great bucket by Kylie Grassi.
Absolutely.
Gwendolyn Carpenter taking this one up. She's working on Caroline Tripp. Coming under 40 seconds here. Yell calling for the pass. Carpenter opts to go in the corner. Long pass there by Abigail Martin. Flannery O'Connor dishes that one, but that one just rolls out of bounds. Substitution on now for the Bears. Erin Rice is going to come off. Emily Quinn, the freshman guard from Lancaster, will come on. Substitution on now for the Rams as well. Gabrielle Redford will come back on. Flannery O'Connor will head off.
Yeah, Emily Quinn, she has earned a MASCAC Rookie of the Week award earlier this season.
Out of the handful of freshmen on the Bears roster, she sees the most playing time. Caitlin Leahy sees a decent amount as well. Cleveland trying to find a pass. She'll find Grassy. Under 10 seconds now. Peebles working inside. Floats out a beautiful move right there on Abigail Martin. Jordan Peebles is having a very good game. Attempted for the buzzer beater was Gwendolyn Carpenter. She'll hit the ground. And that'll do it for the first half. 35-23 is your score. Bears lead by 12.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the biggest reason for the lead is, they started off the first quarter with a 15-2 run. And, Rams have picked it up since. But, Bears are up by 12.
Yeah, Grassy leads both teams with 11 points. And we'll be right back with you after the break.
Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced range of sports fuel. Gatorade, you fuel us, we fuel you.
Welcome back to the Adrian Tinsley Center for the second half of some MASCAC women's basketball action. The Bears lead Framingham State Rams 35-23. Coming off a very strong first half. 23 points in the first quarter for the Bears, 12 in the second. The Rams had 11 and 12. Kylie Grassy leading the way for Bridgewater with 11 points. Followed closely behind by Jordan Peebles coming off the bench. She's got 8. For Framingham State, 8 apiece for both Kelsey Yell and Gwendolyn Carpenter. That'll lead the way for the two of them. We have some more halftime stats right here. You see the field goal totals for both teams. The first quarter for field goals, Framingham State shot 18.2%. Second quarter, we saw an uptick, 13.3% or 33.3%. Definitely improvement for them. The Bears 50% and 42.9%. They've had a very strong showing on both sides of the ball so far today.
Yeah, and BSU's score sheet is more balanced. Erin Rice scored 2 off the bench with Peebles, while only Redford has scored off the bench for the Rams. And all 5 starters for the Bears have scored points. Goucher with 2, Demores with 2, Cleveland with 6, Tripp with 4, and Grassy with 11.
You see the starting unit out there now for the Bears. And as well for the Rams. Rams start with the ball. That's Moreno in the corner. Looks like there's a little bit of a holdup here. Framingham State coaching staff conferring with the stats table and the refs. It looks like now the Bears are going to be starting with the ball. So it'll be Goucher to throw in. And she'll get that one over to Tripp to start. Not sure exactly what that's about. Overheard a little bit of it. Justin Moore's with it up top. She's looking for a pass. She'll find Caroline Tripp. A little bit of an assist on that one by Kylie Grassy. Tripp dishes to Goucher. She pulls from 3, no good. Rebounded by Moreno. And taken up by Gwendolyn Carpenter. Tripp presses up on her. Carpenter dishes to Yell to O'Connor. O'Connor working inside, gets it over to Moreno. She's guarded by Cleveland. Moreno looking back inside for O'Connor. Kylie Grassi got a piece of it, but O'Connor able to recover. It's Hazelton working inside. Clean block by Jessica Moores as that one goes out of bounds off Hazelton. That was a great defensive play by Jessica Moores.
Yeah, and you know, it cost the Rams a possession too.
Just a replay of that, a brick wall. Absolutely textbook block right there. It's going to be a foul coming against Framingham. That's going to be on Flannery O'Connor. Speaking of fouls, the Bears have committed a lot more fouls. You saw those free throw numbers when we came back from the break. We've seen a lot more trips to the line from this Framingham State team than we have the Bears. They've played a lot cleaner of a game.
Absolutely.
Jessica Morris, beautiful bounce pass inside to Grassi, not able to get it to drop. Jessica Morris gets the rebound, puts it up herself. And the defensive board with Flannery O'Connor will put an end to that for the Bears. Sophia Goucher does what she does best, drawing a charge right there. One of the most gritty players on this Bears team, drawing charges, getting involved on the defensive end. She picks one up right there.
Yeah,
and will be set to throw it in.
It's interesting she decided to do it mid-court. Well, they usually do it like in the paint too. What a gutsy play by Goucher.
One of the captains here for this Bears team, a very talented player in her senior year. Ball knocked around. Some contact on Morris. Kylie Grassi tries the reverse layup. That almost dropped for her. That was a nice play.
Yeah, everything went right except for the shot. It just rolled off the iron.
Just an unlucky roll by Grassi as Gwendolyn Carpenter puts one up. It's a nice bucket for her, and that's the first for either team in this third quarter. Justin Morris with it out top, Yale guarding her. Pull for three, no good from Ariel Cleveland. Rebounded by Catherine Hazelton. Gwendolyn Carpenter, quick pass deep to Moreno. She's covered well by Cleveland. Has to dish that one out to Hazelton for three, no good. Rebounded by Sophia Goucher. She gets that one to Tripp. Tripp quickly to Grassi, but that one's going to go. I think Grassi might have got a fingertip on it as that one sailed out of bounds. Substitution on now for Framingham State. Chloe Rako's going to come on, and off will go Michelle Moreno.
Yeah, you trying to start a fast break, but you know you have to be careful in those situations. Make sure everything goes right.
So Chloe Rako, we saw a little bit of her earlier in the game. A very good shooter, 43.3 from three. Driving inside, Hazelton floats one, no good. Rebounded by DeMoores, gets that one off quickly to Cleveland. Tripp finds Goucher wide open from three, no good. Rebound batted around, it's Grassi with it, and the layup falls. What a play by Kylie Grassi.
Yeah, she just...
And she drew the and one.
Yeah, absolutely. She just, you know, breezed by two Rams player to grab that rebound and the and one.
Catherine Hazelton's going to come off. Abigail Martin will replace her. Grassi with her third trip to the line, only shooting one. Grassi not going to get that one to drop. She's 4 for 5 from the charity stripe today. Abigail Martin right off the bench gets the ball almost immediately.
And the first free throw miss from either team.
Gwendolyn Carpenter working inside. Whistle, she gets the shot to drop and one for Framingham State.
And this is how the Rams answer back with the and one of their own. We'll see if, you know, Gwendolyn Carter, answers it though.
Foul there was on Jessica Morris. She'll sub off. Jordan Peoples will come on.
Her second trip to the line, 2 for 2 so far.
Gwendolyn Carpenter had 8 coming into this half. Picks up another one there with a free throw. Perfect from the line so far today. Caroline Tripp with the ball for the Bears. Cleveland with it. She gets it to Grassi up top. Guarded by Martin. Grassi swings it to Goucher for 3. No good. Rebounded by Kelsey Yett.
Yeah, it was an open, good open shot. Just once again, couldn't bank it in.
Martin dishes it to Reiko. Reiko, someone always looking to pull. She'll pass that one off to Carpenter. Carpenter got the screen, pulls from 3, and she drills it. Back-to-back possessions resulting in points here for Gwendolyn Carpenter. And Framingham State now draws within 6. The Bears need to pick things up here. Only have 1 bucket since coming back from the break. Grassi bounce pass inside to Aria Cleveland. That one bounces around. It's going to be Peebles that comes up with it, but the possession arrow is going to go in the way of the Rams. See a replay right there. Bounce pass, just not able to corral it as Aria Cleveland contested on the ground there in between Carpenter and Peebles. But the possession arrow went the way of Framingham. Tough break for the Bears on the turnover. And this game's got a lot tighter than they would have liked. Chloe Reiko driving inside, working on Cleveland. She hits the deck. And that's going to be a foul for the Bears. So Chloe Reiko with her first trip to the line today.
5 for 5 so far this season.
As we were saying a little bit ago, Reiko, a shooting specialist. She knocks down her first.
And that brings the Rams to their smallest deficit since the first quarter.
She misses her second, rebounded by the Bears. Kylie Grassi will take it up. Grassi to Cleveland. Trip with it now, working on Reiko. Tries to swing out a pass. I think that one's going to go out of bounds on Framingham. Tripp was trying to get that one in the corner there. We'll show you the replay. Baseline, a little bit of a better look. Went off Gwendolyn Carpenter. Tripp was looking for Goucher. Cleveland with the throw-in. She gets to Peebles. Peebles has a little bit of trouble corralling it. Tries to put that one up, and she gets it to drop. Jordan Peebles has 10.
Gets it through traffic.
That was a very tough bucket for Jordan Peebles, but she gets that one to drop.
Especially being surrounded by Reiko.
Coming off the bench today, she has had a phenomenal game. As the Bears get the defensive rebound here, Caroline Tripp will take it up. Goucher has it in the corner. She's guarded by Carpenter. Now it's with Cleveland. She'll find Tripp. Tripp drives inside on Hasselton. No look, bounce pass. She's looking for Grassi, but instead, Martin's going to find it. Gwendolyn Carpenter to the bucket. Stuffed by Goucher. No call. That one out of bounds. And I think Goucher got a piece of it. Got a piece of it last, I should say.
Yeah, she did get the piece of it last, and I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on that. It looked like she hit her wrist.
I think you're in the same boat as Walter Pascal and Gwendolyn Carpenter on that one. Framingham State still gets the ball, no good on the bucket. I think it was rebounded by Peebles. Walter Pascal was blocking my view a little bit, just doing his job. Caroline Tripp has the ball now for the Bears. Grassi finds Goucher, thinks about the shot, opts to drive inside, bounce pass under the wide open Ariel Cleveland, who gets the shot to drop. Cleveland drawing the start today in place of the ill Sydney Bradbury. And she picks up another bucket. Gwendolyn Carpenter working on Tripp. Carpenter takes it out to the corner. Looks for a high pass inside to Yell. She'll only find Sophia Goucher, though. As the Bears working quickly off the turnover. Tripp driving to the bucket off the board. No good. Ariel Cleveland's second effort gets that one to drop and walk.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no call on that trip, but we get a call anyways when Cleveland shot it.
Ariel Cleveland's got 10 now, with a chance at 11. We get a little bit of a lull in the action, we should say. The men's team of both these colleges set to face off. Tip-off here at 2 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll be back on call for that one. As Gwendolyn Carpenter takes it up now for Framingham State. She's working on Caroline Tripp. Dish over to Rako. Rako pulls for 3. Absolutely swatted away by Sophia Goucher. Peebles picks up the deflection, and the Bears working quickly. Tripp working on Rako. Drives inside, does a good job sticking with it. No good. Rebounded by Rako.
Yeah, good defense on the Rams surrounding Tripp and make her miss that shot.
It's going to be a foul on the Bears. That'll be Peebles. Blocking foul. Pair of substitutions on here for the Rams. Gabrielle Redford will come on, as will Catherine Hasselton. Flannery O'Connor and Chloe Rako will head to the bench. Gwendolyn Carpenter to the line for 2. Drops her first.
It's okay. You're 0. Yep. Who do you have?
So after quite a break in home action for this Bears women's team, they'll be back here on Wednesday against MCLA. It's January 10th, 5:30 p.m. is the tip-off for that. They do have an away game at WPI in between that. It's nice to see the Bears finally play some home games after well over a month. Kylie Grassi pulls from 3, back iron, rebounded by Kelsey Yell. Carpenter dishes quickly to Hasselton. Hasselton all the way across to Redford. She pulls from 3 now and goes in and out. Caroline Tripp with the board for the Bears.
And good boxing out by Goucher, making sure the Rams don't get a second chance.
Inside to Kylie Grassi. She's covered tightly. Hits the deck and draws the foul. They're going to call that one on Catherine Hasselton. See right here, getting a little physical.
Wait, she wasn't shooting? She wasn't shooting?
All right, here we go.
Now the Bears are in the bonus.
Third personal, 15
Oh.
Grassi, shooting
I
2.
believe Grassi is going to get a 1-and-1.
It's going to be 2 shots for Grassi. Flannery O'Connor getting ready to check back in here for the Rams. Grassi knocks down her first. Grassi 2 for 2. That puts the Bears at 45, back to a double-digit lead. So Flannery O'Connor comes back on. Abigail Martin will head to the bench. Carpenter passes that one over to Hasselton, bounced over to Flannery O'Connor. Kelsey Yell working on Peebles. She puts that one up, no good. Jordan Peebles with the rebound for Bridgewater.
I believe that is her 7th rebound, which leads the team.
Goucher thought about a shot for a second, passes it over to Tripp. Tripp inside to Ario Cleveland, off front iron, no good. Batted around and eventually rebounded by Framingham State. Turnover here forced by the Bears. It's Jordan Peebles picking that one up. Fast dish to Kylie Grassi. Off the glass and in. Kylie Grassi gets another one, and the Bears now lead by 13.
Yep, the Bears are pulling away. And that could have been an up and down on Carter, but no call.
I think that was borderline there. No call like you said, but it definitely looked like it. Jordan Peebles has trouble corralling the pass from Caroline Tripp, causing a turnover. Gwendolyn Carpenter taking this one up. She was guarded by Goucher. Tripp will switch on. Some good passing here by Framingham State, but they're going to call a foul here on Ario Cleveland. It's going to be Flannery O'Connor drawing the foul there. Aaron Rice is going to sub on now. Sophia Goucher will head to the bench. A little bit of rest here for Sophia Goucher as Rice checks in for the 2nd time. Emily Quinn's going to check in here as well. Caroline Tripp will head to the bench in her place. Second trip to the court for both these players for the Bears. This is O'Connor's first trip to the line of the day.
And that's going to be a miss. Only the Rams' second free throw miss of the day.
Yeah, up until this second half, both teams were perfect from the line. Flannery O'Connor knocks down her second, and Emily Quinn will take this one up for the Bears. Under 40 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Quinn looking for a pass. She'll find Aaron Rice. Rice has 2. Foul called against the Bears. They're going to call that one on Cleveland. Some confusion from both Aaron Rice and Bridget Casey. It's the 15th foul for the Bears.
Now both teams are in the bonus in this third quarter.
Carpenter working on Quinn. They're going to call a foul on Quinn here. That'll send Carpenter to the line.
First personal team winning. Carpenter at the line. 2-2.
Saying she used some elbow right there. Carpenter knocks down her first. This one bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Aria Cleveland. Under 15 left to play here in the third quarter. Bears lead at 11. Shot clock's off, just the game clock. Coming within 5 here. Pass for Rice, broken up by Carpenter. Rice able to get it, pulls from 3, no good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Bears will go into the fourth, leading. I'm sorry, Gwendolyn Carpenter. Not misspoke there, that's my bad. Caroline Tripp with the ball for the Bears. Finds Peebles in the corner. Peebles back to Tripp. Goucher with it down. Tripp working inside, guarded by Yell. She'll get to Goucher in the corner for 3. No good. That one goes under the net. It's taken quickly by Gwendolyn Carpenter.
I anticipate that's going to be a foul on Tripp. She could, a little bump to Carpenter.
That it is. Justin Moore's going to sub on here. Ariel Cleveland will come off. First personal foul of the day for Tripp. Gwendolyn Carpenter looking for the pass. She'll find Hasselton blocked. stuffed at the rim by not Ariel Cleveland. Ariel Cleveland just subbed off for Jeff Demores.
It's
That was
Peebles.
Jordan Peebles, 24 and 42. Got my numbers wrong there for a second. Beautiful basket there by Catherine Hasselton.
Yeah, Hasselton, she was wide open. You know, good thing she was able to find her.
Great dish by the Rams, that one off the glass and in. Peebles with the ball now for the Bears, guarded closely by Flannery O'Connor. She'll find Caroline Tripp. Tripp to Grassi, she's got 17. Grassi with a nice move, faked out O'Connor there, but not able to get the pass inside to Justin Moores. Turns the ball over. Now Carpenter dishes to Redford, but that one's going to go out of bounds right off of her. So the Bears get lucky there. Jordan Peebles throws it in. Caroline Tripp. Goucher with it now, working on Redford. Gets it to Demores. Demores swings it out to the corner in Caroline Tripp. Demores tries to set a screen. Not going to work, but Tripp finds Demores and she puts that one in for the bucket.
Yeah, good pass and stride to benefit Demores.
That great easy bucket there for Justin Morris. Hasselton puts that one up, blocked by Grassi, and they're going to call a foul. And Kylie Grassi, hands in the air. She's not quite sure about that one. And do nothing but laugh. That one, I don't know about that either.
Yeah, I don't know if she even touched her. Like,
Redford will sub off. Chloe Rako will come on. It's the first personal for Kylie Grassi so far today. Still not pleased with that call. Shot knocked down by Hasselton. So it's Demores, Peebles, Goucher, Grassi, and Tripp out there for the Bears. Yell, O'Connor, Hasselton, Rako, and Carpenter for the Rams. Peebles presses up on Yell, gets it to O'Connor. Peebles recovering the turnover there. Tripp passes that one in way deep to Goucher. Goucher comes back out, dishes to Tripp. Tripp inside, Jordan Peebles wide open. Draws a foul there under the net. They're going to call that one on Gwendolyn Carpenter. Get the replay right there. There's a lot of contact there from Gwendolyn Carpenter. It looks like Flannery O'Connor might have made some contact with Jordan Peebles as well. Peebles will go to the line for two. And you said she has a chance to tie her career high. She could beat it here as well.
yeah, as she just did.
And Jordan Peebles off the bench has had quite a game today. She's been doing a lot of work inside the paint for the Bears. And we've talked a lot about her on the offensive end, but she has been fantastic defensively as well. Forced a turnover there. That's not the first time we've seen her do that. Had a couple nice blocks as well, broken up some passes.
Yes.
Jordan Peebles has been an absolute force for the Bears this game. One of the many juniors on this team.
Yeah, she's also on the cusp of a double-double. She also has 8 rebounds.
A heck of a game for Jordan Peebles. And when you lose someone like Sydney Bradbury for a game, who's so crucial to your team, just a great shooter, you know, one of your captains, it's great to see players come in off the bench like Ariel Cleveland and Jordan Peebles and really make up for that hole. This Bears team goes very deep, and we're seeing it today. You know, Cleveland, usually the sixth person off the bench, but she hasn't started that much this year.
Yeah.
And she's had herself a good game. And then Jordan Peebles, usually the second or third option off the bench. She's had a fantastic game as the sixth person today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Cleveland, she's making her 8th start, you know, as the 6th player.
Yeah, they've been kind of rotating, flip-flopping in between her and Demores, matchup based. But Jordan Peebles hasn't started a game yet this year, and she has been absolutely phenomenal with that.
Absolutely.
Bears lead now at 13. Gwendolyn Carpenter taking it up. Screen by Yell. Gets Tripp off her back for a second. Rako with it now. Goucher hits the deck. Ball now with Hasselton. Another screen by Yell. This one put up. Going to bounce off back iron and out.
Now Peebles has a double-double.
Caroline Tripp dish to the corner for Goucher. Goucher working up and under. That one's going to go out of bounds off Chloe Rako.
Bears ball.
Quick little replay right here for you. Rako just deflects that one out. Jessica Moores pulls for 3, and she knocks that one down. Jessica Moores extends the Bears lead to 55. She's at 7. Chloe Rako working with the ball now. Gets it over to Yell. Yell finds Carpenter. Carpenter working on Goucher. Should drive in under the bucket. No good, but there's going to be a foul there on Jessica Moores. See the replay right there.
Yeah, it could have gone either way. It could have gone on Tripp too.
Yeah, I think it was probably more on Tripp than it was DeMoores, but a foul nonetheless. DeMoores going to sub off here. Ariel Cleveland going to sub back on.
And DeMoores has 4. She's in foul trouble, so you have to get her out before before she fouls out.
Abigail Martin going to sub back on as well. That's for Framingham State. I definitely think that call was borderline. It looked like Carpenter went into DeMoores more than DeMoores went into her. But foul nonetheless. Unfortunate for the Bears, putting their center in foul trouble.
Yep.
So Gwendolyn Carpenter with another trip to the line, coming away successfully, knocking down both her shots. Caroline Tripp working on Rako. Good move. O'Connor got a hand in there, and Tripp's layup's going to bounce in and out. Gwendolyn Carpenter deep pass for Abigail Martin. She's able to get a piece of it.
Yeah, good defense on Goucher, preventing that fast break point.
Yeah, Goucher did a good job sticking with Martin. This one for 3, no good. Rebound taken by Flannery O'Connor. That's going to be a foul on Ariel Cleveland.
Yeah,
see the replay right here as Cleveland gets a piece of O'Connor's arm right there. That's her 4th personal. And she's in foul trouble now as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's two of your forwards / center with DeMoores. 2 of your best players in the paint, both in foul trouble now. Of course, Jordan Peebles also a forward and fantastic in the paint, evident by the double-double. She's not in foul trouble. It'll be interesting to see how they play this with Cleveland and DeMoores going on, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Peebles, that's her first career double-double. So, we gotta get a jump ball here.
That's gonna go in the way of Framingham. Gabrielle Redford will sub back on. Looks like it's gonna be Catherine Hasselton coming off.
Yeah, it was in a pile with Carpenter, Hasselton, and Peebles. But the Rams able to claw it back in.
Gwendolyn Carpenter leads both teams in scoring. She's got 21. She's going to let that one go out of bounds, but they're going to say it went out of bounds off her. She was under the impression that a Bear touched it last.
But looking at the replay, it did look like Carpenter touched it last.
Redford just subbed on. She subs right off for Hasselton, who she subbed on for. Not sure what the deal with that is. Now the Bears working with the ball. It's Cleveland. She hands that one off to Tripp. Tripp to Grassi. No one really open. Jordan Peebles eventually shakes free. She's down there in that left-hand corner. Tripp will find Goucher instead. No good. Oh, I'm sorry, Grassi finds Goucher instead. No good. Grassi gets the rebound. That shot's not going to drop either. And jump ball in the way of Bridgewater now.
Seems like Peebles is in on every jump ball now. Like, she was just on the last one, and now she's on this one.
Jordan Peebles has just been involved all over this game today. This is a Jordan Peebles coming out party right now.
Yes.
She has been a great player for the Bears across her 2 previous seasons. But today, she is having a career day with that double-double.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, you know, we can talk about the double-double, but the steal she's had, the physicality she's shown on these jump balls, everything she's done within the paint, getting in the way of passing lanes as well. This has been a phenomenal game for Jordan Peebles.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, and, you know, Peoples is proving why she's in so much off the bench. She's proven to Bridget Casey that, you know, she can score, she can be tough, you know, on the rebounds. Yeah, like you said, a career day.
Her and Sophia Gouger, very similar players as Peter gets ready to throw this one in. She finds Cleveland. Cleveland gets hit a little bit under there. Not going to get the shot to drop. It's going to be rebounded by Hasselton. Deep dish from Carpenter to Martin. That's going to be a jump ball. Nope, that's going to be a foul on Goucher.
There's foul number 10, Goucher. Third personal. Team winning.
You're going to say Goucher jumped on top of her right there. That's going to be the foul. So ignore the jump ball. That'll send Abigail Martin to the line.
Martin shooting 2.
And now the Rams in the bonus.
Yeah, Abigail Martin in her first, you know, trip to the line today, as she missed her first one.
Bears still lead by double digits, but it's close. Only 11 points separate these two teams.
And saying that, you know, you still need your best foot forward. You know, put your best players out there, because yes, it is a double-digit lead, but it's still close.
Yeah, you know, anything under 15, that's a very close game. Even 15 is close. Unfortunate for the Bears, you got both Cleveland and Des Moines in foul trouble with 4 apiece. Cleveland stayed out there. They pulled Des Moines wide open 3 in the corner for Sophia Gouger, but foul called against the Bears. It's going to be on Grassi. The bucket missed, so it's not going to matter. It's going to be Rams ball. Gabrielle Redford subs on for Hasselton again. That's Grassi's second personal.
Yeah, Carpenter, right place, right time to prevent the Bears from scoring.
A good job drawing that one by Gwendolyn Carpenter. She's had herself quite the game.
Yeah, scoring 21 points, which is 1 point from her career high.
Yeah, she averages 9.2 points per game. Very solid player. She had 20 points off the bench earlier this year against Dean. But she is having quite the game today. We've talked a lot about Jordan Peebles. We've really let Gwendolyn Carpenter go underlooked. She is having a great game offensively. Cleveland with it now. She's working on O'Connor. Cleveland bounce pass over to Tripp. Tripp pulls mid-range 2, no good. That one rebounded by the Rams. Speaking of Gwendolyn Carpenter, it was her with the rebound. No good on the layup. I think Kylie Grassi might have snagged a piece of that. And it's going to be Tripp taking it up. Covered closely by Carpenter, not wanting to get a reach-in foul. Just about 3 minutes left to play here in the game. Bears lead by 10. Grassi driving to the bucket, not going to get the shot to drop, but she draws the foul and will go to the line for 2. Get the replay right here. They're going to call the foul there on Carpenter. That's her 4th personal. I don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. That's going to send Grassi to the line again. Her first is no good.
Yeah, Grassi is taking, you know, most of the free throw shots for the Bears, with only, you know, Jordan Peebles with 2, and Cleveland with 1 as she banks her second one.
Yeah, Grassi been to the line quite a bit today, quite a bit this season. 76.5 from the charity stripe on the year. Chloe Rako pulls from 3, no good. Rebounded though by Abigail Martin. She gets that one to Gwendolyn Carpenter. Carpenter's going to pull as well, and no good again. Rebounded again by Martin. Redford's going to try this time, no good. Finally, the Bears come up with it. It's Sophia Goucher. Grassy with it now for BSU. Trying to work around Abigail Martin. Gets it over to Tripp now. Tripp working on Waco. Tries to break by her. Tries to dish it inside under the net to Jordan Peebles. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tripp. With the replay right there. Or it was last touch by Peebles. That one went off her hand. She was trying to float that one in under the net. Full timeout called by Framingham State. So the Bears leading by 11 right now. Still got a pretty good lead, but it's nothing the Rams can't overcome here with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock.
Yes, and the Rams have to pick up their defense. Hey, looking at the stats, they need better shot selection. They're 10 out of 40, 10 of 49. Like,
not a fantastic line there for the Rams. They are in the bonus, so that could help them offensively.
Yes. Feel like it's
catch up to the Bears.
Yeah, I feel like it's the free throws that are, keeping them close.
Yeah, the Bears kind of fallen off slowly a little bit here. They had 23 in the first quarter, 12 in the second, and then they've been keeping up that rate of around 12 per quarter since.
Yes.
But they had a very explosive first quarter. They haven't been able to replicate that. But then again, we mentioned earlier, 23 points in a quarter is pretty unsustainable. They're playing at a very quick rate, just bang, bang, right down the court every time. And that's not something you can keep up for a whole game, or at least not usually.
Yeah, and that 15-2 run, that's what started it all for the Bears. They've never lost the lead since.
That turned up absolutely huge for them. And those two were caused by free throws as well. Abigail Martin gets that one to drop, brings the Bears lead just to 9. Jista Moore is going to sub back on here in a little bit. She was in foul trouble. We saw her come off after getting her 4th. I'd suspect Cleveland will be the one going to the bench in her place. Peebles with the ball, guarded by Yell. Dishes over to Tripp. Tripp, long pass to Ario Cleveland. Cleveland right back to her. Shot clock coming within 5 now. Sophia Goucher in the corner, pulls from 3, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Peebles. She puts that one up, no good. That one rolls around a little bit. Jump ball, possession arrow, no, foul. Foul on Grassy. For a second they were signaling the jump ball. We'll see that by Peebles. Just an unlucky roll for her right there. Grassy disputes that one with Yell. Got her hands in the wrong place there.
Yeah, I think that's called an over the back foul by Grassy.
Cleveland will indeed sub off. Redford's going to sub off as well. Hazelton will come on for her. So Hazelton and DeMoores joining their teams out there. It's Yell at the line. As I said, Hazelton out there. Martin as well. O'Connor. And big surprise, Gwendolyn Carpenter. Only subbed off once this whole game. Kylie Grassy out there with Peebles, DeMoores, Goucher, and Tripp.
It looks like DeMoores just passed it right away. Got rid of it right away off that rebound.
Solid passing by her. Peebles with the ball now. She finds DeMoores in the corner. Just dishes it over to Tripp. Foul going to be called on Hazelton. Got a little bit chippy there with Caroline Tripp. You can see right there, it looks like she might have tripped her up a little bit. Sophia Goucher will throw this one in. Carpenter playing her closely. It's Tripp with the ball. Kelsey Yell going to foul intentionally.
Yeah, this is the point in the game where the losing team starts fouling.
They're going to send in Gabrielle Redford and Chloe Rako, 2 of their better three-point shooters. They're going to sub in for Yell and Hazelton, so 2 of the snipers come back on here for Framingham.
Yeah, and Bears enter the bonus, so Tripp will be going to the line for the first time today.
That one off front iron, no good. Bears lead by 8, just a little bit over a minute left to play here.
The Tripp is a 60.7 free throw shooter as she missed both of them.
That one's going to go out of bounds. But the ball's going to stick with the Bears.
Bears ball.
Going to be Goucher throwing it in once again. Looks like the ref thought Peebles was going to throw that one and threw that off of Peebles. So Grassy with the ball for the Bears. She's just going to hold it for as long as she can. Carpenter playing off of her. 8-point lead for the Bears.
Surprised the Rams haven't tried the foul yet in their last ditch ever.
Grassy somehow, Jessica Moores ends up with that ball. That was deflected around. Shot clock violation here for the Bears. It's going to be Rams ball. Chloe Rako will start with it.
Pascal's trying.
Was screaming for a timeout.
Yes.
Finally got it. He's going to go with a full timeout here.
And he's got the clipboard out. He's trying to draw up a plan to try to come back from this 8-point deficit.
Yeah, we saw him sub in right before those Caroline Tripp free throws, send out two of his better shooters in Redford and Rako. Two great spot-up shooters. So might be a little bit evident what their plan is. Being down by 8, you kind of have to take those chances, send in your best from 3, and hope for the best.
Yes. Yeah, the Rams have done a little bit better on the 3-point line. 4 for 16, while the Bears 1 for 15.
And that one, coming from a fairly unlikely source, it was the center, Jesta Moores, who knocked down the Bears 1-3.
That's actually Kylie Grassy. In the opening, it was DeMoores just had a long 2. I believe she was on the line.
They put up 3 on the scoreboard. They did end up changing it, so you are right. They took away DeMoores 3. It's tough to see from over here because that was on the other side, the far side of the court. We can't see the line from here. A little bit confusing. That's my bad. They called that one back. Like you said, those 3 numbers pretty evident for the Bears. They have been not hot from deep. Grassy takes this one. Intentional foul here by Flannery O'Connor.
Grassy would be taking her 12th and 13th shot in this game.
Kylie Grassy at the free throw line, a familiar sight. Shooting above 75% on the year. She knocks down her first.
She's got 20 now.
As we said early in the broadcast, New England Women's Basketball Association Team of the Week. Quite a couple of those to her name this season so far. Quite a couple NASDAQ Women's Player of the Weeks as well. And if we know anything, we expect more of those as the season goes on. Jessica Morris with a great board here for the Bears. Able to hold on to it, gets it over to Tripp, who gets it over to Grassy. And that should just about do it for this game, as we're now coming under 20 seconds here. And the Adrian Tinsley Center is on their feet. You know, for Christmas break, we've had a great turnout here as well. Not a lot of the student bodies here outside of the athletes. But Adrian Tinsley Center, quite the turnout today. That'll do it for the Bears. It's Kylie Grassy just going to dribble it out. The Bears would get away with a 9-point victory, 56-47. They'll improve to 2-0 in the NASDAQ this year. Framingham State will now be 1-1. They'll fall to 11-2 or 12-2 overall. The Bears 6-8 overall. We'll be back home with the Bears on Wednesday, January 10th at 5:30. They have an away game on Monday. That's at WPI. Bears have a nice stretch after that WPI game. It is just NASDAQ opponents the rest of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, and you know what a day for Jordan Peebles. You know, 12 points. Oh, hold on.
She had the double-double, broke up a lot of passes. Very good on the defensive end as well as offensively. We'll be back with you guys at 2 o'clock when these schools' men's team get set to tip off.
Absolutely. Yeah, it should be another great game between the men's teams.
Thank you for tuning in. My name's Luke Manfield, joined here by Zach McMahon. We'll be with you in just a bit. But until then, remember, every day is a great day to be a Bear.